there are some exceptions. Whereas the carbon, like this one that you are seeing now, it is in a ring form, but not. It is partially in a ring form, but not completely in a ring form. Why? You know, here it is C. Here, this angle that you are seeing, it is C. This C. We call this, how many cells we have? You know, when we say 3C now, what you call propane. Yeah. Let's just use the prefix letter prop. Carbon that is 2, X. Carbon that is 1, met, as we all say. Carbon that is 4, but. Carbon that is 5, pent. Carbon that is 6, what? It is what? It is X. 7, hept, and so on. So this kind of something, also this exists in a ring form. But what differentiates this from this one? Let me put this like this, or let me draw it like this. Let me draw it. These and these are the same thing. This is benzene. I'll tell you how is that. This is in the ring form. This is also in the ring form. But what differentiates this and this, or what differentiates these two are the same thing from this, is as a result of, if you check the end here, there's not anything like circle here. It has no circle, or it has nothing like this, like this, like this. We call all these points that I'm putting, all this ivy, we call it what? We call it pi. So in case that you don't see pi here, you don't see something of this or something of this, like inside here, you can't classify it into aromatic hydrocarbon. We only call it what? You can call this cyclo. It is cyclic, but it is not ring. And based on what I explained just now, for you to call a structure aromatic hydrocarbon, it must be cyclic, and it must also be ring. This is only cyclic, but there is no ring, meaning it has no pi, anything like this, or it has nothing like 0 like this there, where the pi will be moving. It will be moving, resonance effect or mesomeric resonance effect. Now, so there's not anything like this. We call this type of something. It is cyclic, though it is cyclic, but it is not ring. We call it what? We call it cyclo. Since it is cyclic, it is not like this C, C, C. When it is, you know, this is also 1, 2, 3. How many carbon? 3 carbon. Then the hydrogen will be like it is straight. We call it propane. Because why am I calling it propane? Check carbon to carbon. How many bond? Single bond. Carbon to hydrogen. How many bonds? Single bond. This is propane. A-N-E. When it is single bond. The same thing. Check. This is different from this. Though they have the same carbon. 1, 2, 3. This is also 1, 2, 3. So if I didn't signify it like this, know that this joint, this point, they are all what? Carbon. But what differentiates this from this is that this carbon and hydrogen is there, they are in straight line or linear form. That's why we call it aliphatic. While this one, it is also 3 carbon, but the way they arrange, the way the structure, it is cyclic, but not ring. We call it cyclo. Then you will now put, you know, we call this one, we call it propane, isn't it? But this will now be what now? Cyclopro. Know that this is also single. Carbon that is here, if I want to make it show, carbon that is here, this and this, our bond that is bonding it, it is what? It's single bond. It is also propane. It will now be cyclopropane. Cyclopropane, but not an aromatic compound. It only has one attribute. Hope I'm communicating. Why this is propane, normal propane. In some tests you will see N-propane. What I'm saying, that is it. I trust you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and also comment. If there's any one thing or the other that is actually baffling you, you can what? You can contact us and let's discuss on that. And just listen. This is the beginning of aromatic hydrocarbon. We have to make the class more fantastic. We have to make it more simpler form. That's why we have to see all these things. So you get it? So that is just that, under that. In order to make the class more energized, we have to be taking it one by one. Are we together? So don't forget that. Now, sorry, I'll be using a teaching techniques which we call code switching, code mixing rather. I'll be using my official language, and I'll be using, at the same time, I'll be using dialect language. When I say like dialect language, I mean Yoruba. So I'll be using the two. So for those that they don't understand Yoruba, I'll be explaining with English, and I'll be explaining as well with what? Yoruba. So